Chisel here. Capturing content on first ascents trips has been one of the most rewarding things in my life. So hopefully we take a couple minutes here and share a couple tips. But let's keep this an ongoing conversation. Hit me up with questions, however I can help. All right, first thing, back up your data. There's nothing worse than losing your phone and losing all your hard work. Recommend maybe the cloud, maybe also a drive. Always good to have at least 2 copies. Keep that stuff safe because you're gonna want it down the road. All right, next, know your phone well. Read up a bit. A lot of them have multiple lenses, all sorts of different capabilities. Like on an iPhone, it's good to know that your 1x lens is a higher quality lens, will do better in low light, probably be a bit sharper, that kind of thing, than say your 0.5 and your 3x lens. Next thing is in your settings, if you're willing, shoot in a RAW camera file format. Most cameras give you the option of shooting in either a camera RAW or a JPEG. Highly recommend taking the time to shoot in RAW. Be a little bit more work. It's maybe not as shareable of a file, but you get way more data. Kind of like having 64 colors of crayons instead of 8 colors. Shoot in RAW. All right, our team has a saying, fix it in pre. That kind of means the more you can plan and think your stuff out before you actually snap the shutter, the better your content is going to be. So looking at what your action's going to be, where you want to capture the moment, where's the sun, where's the shadow going to land. You could even stand in where you think the action's going to be. These guys are launching, they're kind of up about here. So now I can see where my focus point is, and also a bit like where's my shadow going to land, where's that put the sun. Fix it in pre, plan it out. So a great thing with composition is think about rule of thirds. If you turn your grid lines on, it helps a lot. So in this kind of action, it's kind of nice to have the takeoff point and the landing, but I probably want to put action somewhere right up in here in this upper third. When you're shooting action, especially with an air, it's also nice to put the subject up towards the top of the frame. Always makes the jump feel a lot bigger. So my goal is going to be to have the action end up right there. So I will also lock my focus ahead of time so the camera doesn't make its own decisions. I want to tell it where to focus and expose. Awesome. So with this setup, it's nice because I can see him come in. Instead of doing a pan, I'm just going to lock off and compose the shot exactly where I want him to be. Start rolling frames. This helps when you got some kids that rip. What people don't realize on a smartphone is you can lock your exposure and focus, and then you can also adjust your exposure so it locks at your setting. This combined with shooting in burst is a great way to get action shots on your smartphone. You could also shoot in slow motion video and then do a screen grab, but you often don't get the quality or the locking of action since your shutter speeds tend to be slower when you're shooting high-speed video. So when you can, shoot in burst mode, but if you think getting a slow-mo video and then pulling a screen grab is a better way to do it, it's another way to get to the same end result. So a fun thing is always try different things. Move closer, move further away, try a long lens. Closer, try a wide lens, go lower, go higher. But a really fun one too is to use pano to get in closer and do a wide. There you go. And then what a lot of people don't know is you can also use pano to do a vertical and capture more scene. Yeah. All right, try to get the sun a bit more behind him that time. Best frame. Oh, that's cool. I like this one where the sun's just in front of him. All right, good stuff. All right, one of my favorite things is to shoot a lot of photos and then delete a lot of photos. Do yourself and do everyone around you a favor. Keep the best, delete the rest. Keep it tight out there. Okay, last couple things. In post, use a chisel, not a sledgehammer. A little bit of editing goes a long ways. Biggest rule, in the photo is there are no rules. You have fun with it. And remember, the best camera is the one that you actually have with you. Chisel out, camera drop.